Okay, this is Carrie, and this is Becky, and we're Chicago Foodie Sisters, and we're gonna record a podcast. We just did one, we're gonna do another one, because we had so much fun, and we ran out of time. We got too much
This
to
is
talk
always the way it is.
about. I know.
We could talk about food forever.
We could. All right. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Hello, thank you for joining us for this episode of the Good Bites by Chicago Foodie Sisters radio show. This food-focused show highlights the people that bring delicious food to us, some of the food happenings in Northwest Indiana and beyond, and the ways that food brings us together. I'm Carrie Steinweg, and I'm your host. I'm the co-founder of Chicago Foodie Sisters, along with my sister Becky Clark, who is here with us today. And I'm also author of Unique Eats and Eateries of Indiana from Reedy Press, and I am right now working on the next book, which is Unique Eats and Eateries of Illinois, and my co-author will be my cousin Cindy Ladich, so I'm so excited about that. This show is brought to you by Albano's in Valparaiso. Thanks to Pasta Daddy Nick Albano for his support. Our intro music is provided by the talented Vernell Scott. And thanks to our podcast production assistant, Eli Geyer, for making sure these shows get uploaded to podcast platforms so that you can listen in whenever you'd like. And the show will rebroadcast at WBLP 103.1 FM on Saturday at 2 p.m. You can stream live at WBLP.org. And also, you can find video of this interview on Chicago Foodie Sisters YouTube channel and Facebook page. And episodes will be uploaded to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. So look for the Good Bites by Chicago Foodie Sisters radio show and podcast. So my sister, Becky Clark, is the other foodie sister. So many times people meet me and I say it's Chicago Foodie Sisters blog, and they always want to know about the other sister. So I'm so glad that you can come out and be on the podcast.
Yeah,
we've had a fun foodie day so far, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, before we talk
delicious food.
Yes. Let me mention a few things before we get going here so I don't forget. A few local upcoming events that you might want to have on your radar. October 9th is the Chefs Around the Table event at Porter County Expo Center that benefits Our Greater Good, which has several programs that are free to families in the area, some educational programs, a lunch buddy program where volunteers go and have lunch with a child. They have mentoring programs for junior high and high school. So great cause, and they have, I think it's about 80 different amateur chefs that go to this event and bring their favorite dishes. So you get a ticket for $50 and you just go try as many things as you can. And I went last year, and you know how I am when I go to food events? I have the program and everybody who's there, and I have a pen and I check off so I can try to hit as many as possible, and I don't think I got through half last year because there's just so many.
Sounds
but
delicious.
Such good food. So that's coming up on October 9th. Chefs Around the Table, you can go to Our Greater Goods website or Facebook to get more info on the event and tickets. Coming up October 11th, there's a Dine on the Land dinner at the Woodlands at Cooper's Farm in Otis. I have not been to this, but it's two chefs from Chicago that are there for the Chef Dinner Series, and I don't know if you follow these. It's called Nude Dude Food. That's their handle, like on TikTok and Instagram, and they just cook all this really cool stuff, and they're not bad to look at. they wear aprons wear their aprons and no shirts. I think is their thing. That's why it's called Nude Dude Food.
Got it.
But anyway, so that's a new event, or not a new event, it's a returning event that's coming back this year because it was so popular. And that's happening October 11th. So you can look that one up at the Woodlands at Cooper Farm in Otis. And October 18th, I'm a member of the Valparaiso Women's Association, and they've been doing this masquerade ball fundraiser in October the last couple of years, and they've got another one coming up, and it's October 18th, and it's at their clubhouse, which is this beautiful Victorian house with a pretty wraparound porch. And the theme this year is Royal Ball at the Haunted Mansion, I believe. It's royal and haunted house kind of thing together. So a lot of my friends that are going are thinking very hard about their costumes. So I can't wait to see what everybody's wearing, but also what there is to eat that night. Last year we had Albano's, which which is so good. Let's talk about that for a minute, because they're
Okay.
Albano sponsors this show. You have not had Albano's yet, except for my very favorite dessert in the world,
Which is?
the honey lavender cheesecake.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
Was I right that it's like the
Amazing.
best
It
cheesecake
is. It's
ever?
just so light, fluffy, delicious,
Yeah.
good. Like just a lovely flavor.
Yeah.
So good, so good, so
It is, yeah.
good.
So food, they had a variety of food last year, but some of it was from Albano's, some of the tortellini, so.
Yeah.
It'll be good eats, it'll be a fun time, dancing, and so that's October 18th. That's a $75 ticket, and all the proceeds go to the Valparaiso Women's Association, and they do a lot of great things in the community. A lot of it helping underprivileged women, and so put that on your calendar too. That's sure to be a fun event. Okay, so now let's talk about, I've been, at the beginning of the show, I've been kind of started doing like a summary of my recent good bites. So what I've been eating and making, over the past week or recently. So let me go over a few that I have jotted down here, and then we'll talk about what we had today.
Okay.
So we had a really good meal today. So one place I was at recently, Villanova in Chesterton. I don't remember if I mentioned this last week, but some friends took me there. I had been hearing that they had a good tavern style, and they do. I think they originated in the Chicago area. But they have a really good thin crust, that really crunchy, like cracker thin stuff that I really like. They do a lot of specials too. Like there's one day they do like a buy one, get one half off, and half price pizzas and appetizers. So check them out because they do a lot of good specials. So it's reasonably priced, cozy and comfortable. It's in downtown Chesterton. But you'll have to try the pizza, see how you like it. How you like that. I also recently went to One Eye Jack's in Winnemac. That's one of the spots that's in my book. Unique Eats and Eateries of Indiana, and they do a giant pork tenderloin that is really good. That's deep fried is the vibe there. So you have to just
Be okay with that.
not worry about the calories. Just big deep fried,
Gigantic, big as the plate.
super gigantic. Like enough for 2 people, and you still take home leftovers. And then they have a lot of other fried goodies. They also do a soup flight there, which I love. Because I love anywhere where they have flights, because I like to sample and I like to try a lot of things on the menu. But they always have 3 different soups, and you can get a soup flight and try each of the soups. So, so that's something to do there. What else? My favorite place lately, just to stop for a fast. I call it fast food because it's so quick. It's not a fast food joint at all. It's a sit down, but they are so quick. It's faster than going through a drive-through, and it's Japanese place downtown. I don't know if I've taken you there. Purin? Have we gone there?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, but they do. I love the maki rolls, and they do lunch specials. So I can go in there and get 2 rolls with soup for $15 at lunchtime.
Was that the place that did the ramen, or that was a different place?
Might have been. I think we might have gone there once.
Oh yes,
we got some
did.
fried rice.
I have been there. You're talking about in Valparaiso.
Yeah, right
Yes.
across from the courthouse. Yeah.
Yes.
But so that's like my go-to. Like at lunch, if I'm working downtown and I'm like, I want something fast. I'm like, I don't want to go get a burger. I don't want to,
Mhm.
I want to eat French fries, and I just stop there and I get my shrimp tempura roll. Sometimes I just get one, and then I just eat that, and that's good. But so I had that this past week. That made me happy. I always love stopping in there. They're so sweet, and they're super, super quick. I had some ladies over for lunch the other day, and that was fun because it's always, everybody's always like, what do you want me to bring? And I always say nothing, and then a lot of them bring stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And so I had made soup, I made a couple salads, cheese platter, some other little pinwheel things, and a caprese salad, a plate of dessert stuff. And it was mostly from the market. I had brownies from Deb's Garden, pumpkin spice scone from Little Farm, Little Farm Soap Company, and cookies from Walt Makes. And so those were all good, freshly baked. And then a friend brought deviled eggs, like one of my favorite things in the world.
Yes.
Another friend, Letty made a homemade apple pie with was amazing. My friend Chris came from Lansing. I hadn't seen her in a long time. She brought a quiche. It was so good, yeah. And then another friend just brought some packaged stuff, but like stuff from Aldi that was really yummy, cookies and some chutney and crackers and stuff. So all that added in, it was a lovely little lunch. I love having people over, and I had put out, started decorating the house for fall, so that was fun. But what inspired that lunch is, because I had been at Trader Joe's, and like it's like just like pumpkin spice paradise right now.
Right.
And fall stuff, and they had some tortilla chips that are shaped like leaves, and they're the cutest things. And so I got that bag, and I was like, I have to share this with somebody. I need this all, and I decided to have a little luncheon. But Trader Joe's right now. Let's talk about Trader Joe's for a minute, because you have one not too far from you, and usually I go to Trader Joe's when I go to your house. So every time I come to visit you, I drive down. It's 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Trader Joe's, and there's a place called Casey's a couple doors down from it, the one in Naperville. And that's
Casey's.
For a foodie, that's a great place. They do a lot of like fresh made salads and dips and things, and a lot of gourmet items there.
Yes.
And then Mariano's is on the way there. So
And
it's
Casey's,
tough
their queso, like queso something dip, is just the best.
Yeah,
I always go in there when I'm gonna have a party. I always go and get them. But yeah, Trader Joe's, it's so funny. You go in there, and if you see something that you like, buy it.
Get it because you don't know.
It will be sold out the next time you try to go in there.
Or they discontinue stuff a lot.
I know.
I mean, there's so many things that I have loved there, and I go, they're not there anymore, and that's so sad. But
well, what are some of your Trader Joe's favorites?
I don't eat it much anymore. I try not to eat as much sugary stuff, but I love the cookie butter. That was like the first Trader Joe thing I ever had. Was I did this foodie pen pal thing one time. I don't know. Came across some people online, and we were doing a foodie pen pal thing, and it was so it was packaged stuff. I mean, it was not homemade stuff, but stuff you would buy like from your region, or just foodie things that you liked, and you would exchange a package of foodie stuff. So it was fun. So the first one I got, there was Trader Joe's cookie butter, and I never tried it. I was like, oh my gosh, and then discovered there was a Trader Joe's near you, and now every time I go out there.
And again, this is one that is discontinued, but the cookie butter chocolate bar was like the best thing ever. Speculoos cookie butter bar. I don't know why they would take that away. It was literally, I don't know, it was like crack though. I mean, you just had to eat that thing so much.
They used to have these Tahitian vanilla caramels.
Caramels, yes.
Oh my gosh, that was
and
my
right at the checkout.
Yeah.
So sometimes right when you're going out the checkout, look at what they have there, because those are usually really good. Like like in packages of 4 or whatever.
Yeah, just little chocolates and stuff and candy bars.
My favorite is just their milk peanut butter cups. They're just so good compared to like anything else, you know.
I know, I get
They
those
have
all
dark
the time.
chocolate too, which I've had, and they're both so good. But that is probably the problem, is I like so much of their sweet stuff.
I know.
You know, but other than sweet stuff, I know that they have this Quattro Formaggio cheese that you love.
That is the best cheese in the world.
It is, yeah.
I
we
love
it
that.
too.
I always have that in my fridge.
They always have the Columbus roast beef there, which I know is a brand, but it's harder to find.
Right.
And we love that in our family. The filet mignons with the bacon on them. You always say, right? Those are really good.
I always, they're like restaurant quality.
I can usually get the microgreens there.
Yeah, they used to have like the sprouts and stuff, and then I don't know, there was like a salmonella outbreak at one time, and they quit carrying them for years. This last time I was in there, and I found microgreens, which is, I love microgreens, but they're hard to find. Sometimes at the farm.
You were growing them for a while.
I did, yeah. I think I might do that this winter.
Because they just add
the seed quilts.
For being so tiny, they really add a good punch of flavor
and
to your salad, your sandwich.
Yeah, they're like very densely nutritious.
Nutritious.
Nutritious, and these little, a lot packed into this little couple bites.
I think the problem is the packages are so big, so it's great when we go together.
Yeah.
Because we'll buy stuff and then we're like, oh, here, you take half of the
I bought some the other day, so when we get home, are you making a list of all these things?
Right? All the things that you're supposed to give me.
I need to give you tomatoes from the garden and some soup, and I got microgreens, so I'll split that with you.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, but I've gotten like microgreens. I'll just sit there and like eat it for a snack.
Yeah.
Like especially the sunflower ones because those are bigger, you know.
Mm.
It's
I
not.
always love the broccoli ones. They just have this like
Mm-hmm.
bite to them.
Little
It's
zest,
just so
yeah.
good.
And radish ones.
I'm always like, how can something so tiny be so good?
I know. Yeah.
But what else at Trader
Maybe
Joe's?
I will start growing those again pretty soon. Oh, Trader Joe's has so much good stuff.
I mean, it's almost like hard to pinpoint.
Yeah,
Right?
Paul really loved. I got this jalapeno limeade,
Mm-hmm.
and he loves that. So
yeah, they have a good ginger beer. I remember.
it's seasonal. Yeah.
A lot of their pre-made salads are real tasty, and all the like the dips
yes.
and stuff. I
Mhm.
think they're all pretty good. It just seems like they get the best of the best and get their label on there, and
Mhm.
you know everything they have is just so good.
Yeah, and sometimes just different, like vegetables and stuff that you don't see. Like the first time I got like purple tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I got them there. Yeah, they'll have different fruits and yeah. So I always like trying.
And they also always have
fruits.
beautiful flowers there.
Yeah,
Which is
exactly.
awesome.
I always leave with flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, so we stopped the other day and they had a big display outside. And they had pumpkins and mums outside. Yeah, and then inside all the flowers are beautiful. And it's you get like for $6, you know, get a nice bouquet or get a plant.
Yeah, and they're lovely.
Yeah.
One thing I was gonna say, unrelated to Trader Joe's, was when you told your story of going around with your pen and paper at that event with all the things, like pre-Chicago Foodie Sisters, when they had Taste of Chicago. I mean, I think they still do it, but it was a lot bigger back then.
Yeah,
I would take the map and I would look at all of the food vendors and I would map out what I was going to use my tickets on.
Yeah.
Like, that just goes to show you I was like and I remember so many of the things and the places that I got because it was like, kind of took a lot to like, you know, go in this correct path and everything. So I remember.
That was the first time I ever had a Ricobene's breadstick sandwich.
Oh, was it?
Have you had those before?
I don't know if I have.
Okay,
actually.
write that down. We're going there.
All right.
It was USA Today had named it Best Sandwich in America at one time. So it kind of blew up and everything, and it was, but
my favorite.
So good.
I mean, I can't remember where they were from, so I don't know if it's worth saying, but it was such good food. It was a toasted ravioli, like a fried ravioli. So and the cheese was just so melty, but they were like crunchy, crispy on the outside. Amazing with some marinara, and then so it's like a cheese stick almost, but like with or the ravioli. It was so good. And then I had the best gazpacho I ever had, and I remember
This is all it Taste of Chicago.
Taste of Chicago, like again pre-2011, and they served the gazpacho in a plastic martini glass, and that's how they ended with a little plastic spoon. And that's what they were handing out. And I don't know.
Have you ever gone to Chicago Gourmet?
I don't think I have.
Oh my gosh, write that down.
Okay.
Chicago Gourmet is amazing. So probably happened last weekend, right?
Was it? Oh,
yeah. So it's always the end of September at the Lincoln
next year
Park.
we'll do it.
I went twice.
Is that where
years
you
ago
met your favorite chef?
Yes, Rick Bayless. I love Rick Bayless. Yeah, I met a lot of chefs there. I met Stephanie Izzard.
Can I tell my Rick Bayless side story?
Yeah, go for it.
So before the pandemic, I worked downtown, right like next to the Sears Tower, and they're opening there's like this whole new restaurant area. Again, new at the time, so that's 5+ years ago. But they put I don't know if it was a do-right, I think, donuts, and a really famous chicken place that I can't remember the name of, and then a tortanzo. Do you know what I mean? It's a Rick Bayless one.
Yeah, I was just there. Tortazo.
Tortazo. There you go, Tortazo. And it's his sandwiches, right? What do you call them? What kind of sandwiches?
I had a Cubano, I think, when I was there.
Yeah.
Like the tortas.
Yeah, the tortas. There you go. That's what I was thinking of. So, you know, I would go in there just by myself and be like, I'm going to order myself a wonderful sandwich and just bring it back to the office. And I went in there one day, and I don't know, I was waiting to talk and get my pay for it or whatever, and the lady's just sitting there, and I started talking about saying, I love this place, this is so great, and you know, I love his food, I've been to Frontier Grill, I've been to Topo Bambo, and I was just like, this is just amazing that we have this wonderful food like right next to my office. And she goes, oh yeah, you know, and he comes here and everything to check on the restaurant. And I was like, really? And she goes, yeah, he's right there. And I was like, what? I turned around, he's literally walking.
Yeah.
I turned around, he's just leaving. You can look right there. And he was just walking down the hall.
I know.
So that was my
cool.
little side. I didn't get to talk to him or anything, but.
But he's super duper nice in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of his cookbooks signed too. Yeah, super nice guy. Yes, I met several chefs there, and our niece Kelly went with me one year, and and they have like the main area, and then they have what's called Grand Cru, and I mean back like when we were last time we went, I think it was maybe $125 a person just for like that area, just for the general area, but the Grand Cru I think was maybe like 400 or something.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's like very VIP-ish, and that's where all the chefs are at, and you go in there and meet all the chefs, and it's like the more elevated places that have samplings in there, and it's yeah, I might be inflating those prices a little bit.
Did you get to do that?
Yeah, Kelly and I got to do that Grand Cru the one year.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it was that's where all the chefs were. It was a really good time. It was it's worth it if you're a foodie. Yeah.
All right.
But get there real early and maximize it. Map it out. Know who you're gonna hit because the lines get long and But yeah, it's a good time for a foodie, and they do a lot of extra things along with it now. I mean, it's a 2-day event. It's like a Saturday, Sunday, but they extend it now, and they have like.
Where is it at?
Millennium Park.
Really?
Yeah, it's so much fun, and.
Like by the pavilion?
The pavilion I think is where they had the Grand Cru the last time, and then the rest of the park is just all the booths with the other stuff.
Okay.
But they do like a hamburger hop, they call it, one night, where it's all chefs making these special hamburgers, and a couple other events and like fundraising events and stuff. So it's kind of like almost a week-long thing now, like starting like on Tuesday or Wednesday they'll have events each night at different venues. Like a rooftop after party thing, and so there's a lot of other stuff that goes with it, but the event itself is like a 2-day ticketed event.
Nice.
But yeah, totally recommend that. And the one year I was on my way out to go to the train station, and I walk out the entrance, and this guy's sitting there, and I recognized him. It was Famous Dave from the Famous Dave's barbecue chain, and he was just sitting there. He says, "Yeah, I'm waiting for my ride." And I was just chatting with him, and he's, "How was your day?" And he was, "What'd you try?" And I mean, he was so friendly and so sweet. And I still had my plate sticking out of my bag, like this plate with like a finger hole or whatever that you can carry around and get your sample. He says, "Let me see that." And I give to and he starts drawing and writing stuff. And he drew the pig. So I think the pig that's like their logo, and that must have been his creation.
Oh. And
so he draws the pig and signs it and wrote a message on there. Some pork line, I don't know, it was something funny, and so he was really nice, and he was just sitting out there waiting for his Uber. So that was so fun, but very good time. Chicago Gourmet, and there's so many good food festivals. You just talked about Taste of Chicago. I mean, I think it went away for a few years, and then they tried to bring it back, and it just kind of wasn't
not the same.
Real well attended, and it was very brief, like 3 or 4 days, where it used to be 10, 11 days.
Right, yeah.
This year, I was going to a Cubs game a couple weeks ago, and where I parked, there were a couple ladies on their bikes, and I don't know, we started chatting. They said, "Oh, we're going to Taste of Chicago," and she said, "We're riding our bikes," and she said, "They have it at like 4 different locations now," she told me. And I said, "Well, where are you guys going?" And she said, "Grant Park." But she said they have like off-site stuff too. And but they haven't been able to, it was always over 4th of July weekend during that period, but now they've had that NASCAR event, 4th of July weekend, and so they kind of, so they kind of moved it. But I heard rumblings from people that it may be, the NASCAR may be moving to different dates, and so Taste of Chicago may be coming back too.
Well, if it comes back, we should go. Yeah. Because I do love that. I love being able, just like you're thinking, trying the samples of all these different things. It's so fun.
Yeah. Were you with me the year there was like the water spout, the big storm? No, I think I was with Pam, with our older sister. And we went down there to Taste of Chicago, and all of a sudden it got real windy, and there were tornado sirens going off in Chicago.
Oh, man.
I mean, this is long. I mean, this is probably 20 plus years ago, maybe. But, so they just evacuate, they just tell everybody to leave, and then like send everybody out, and we're like, where do we go?
Right.
And so we were like walking down Michigan Avenue, and it's like, we can't even see, it's like dust, all the dirt's blowing at us, and we like just jumped into like.
Was it raining too, or just windy?
It was just really windy at that point, and I think it did rain some more then, and the tents got blown into the lake and stuff, it was crazy. Yeah, and so we like ducked into like a entry doorway, and we just stood there, and we were watching like literally like chairs and barricades and stuff like flying down the
Fly
street.
by.
Yeah,
Don't jump out, you'll get hit.
It was crazy, and so then, then it cleared up, the rain stopped, the wind stopped, and we went up, but walked back over there, and everything was just blown all over, and we canceled it, so we didn't get to see much of it that year. I thought you might have been there that year.
No, I wasn't. Thankfully.
Yeah, that was.
Sorry, did you want to talk
quite
about
exciting.
where we went
Yes,
today?
are you trying to get me on track here before we run out of time? Okay, yeah, so I was talking about recent good bites. I'm gonna talk about this one first. So last Friday, I got an invite to Bistro Prime in Hinsdale, and they were doing a catering showcase, so just showing, what they can do for private events and catering holiday parties. The holidays are coming up, so I've been to a few of these over the years. It's usually around this time because they're pushing the holiday corporate parties and things like that. So got to try some of the stuff from Bistro Prime and also two of their other restaurants. So met Chef Paul Morant, who was there. He was at the station for the restaurant, I think it's called Gahin, I think is how you say it. It's Gaijin, and this is a Korean place in the West Loop. So we get to try a couple of things there that he was making, and then they also had another station from Petite V, which is a French restaurant that they own as well, and that is in, I believe, Willow Springs. So that's out in the west suburbs. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait to go there and enjoy the full meal experience because it was so
I
good.
can't wait to go with you.
Yeah, and the chef was Vinny. He was awesome. He just said, okay, give me a rundown of what everything is, and it wasn't like, okay, this is a deviled egg. This is a farm fresh, grass fed chicken egg with I don't know, all these exotic, 4 different kinds of, I'm exaggerating, seasonings and mustard, all these mustards and stuff. Anyway, it was, I don't know, just a very fancy description, and then it had crab in it, and it was delicious. And there were all kinds of delicious things on the table. So that was from the French place, and then Bistro Prime is the place we were at, and that's a steakhouse, and so we tried some amazing tenderloin with horseradish sauce, and then a whole bunch of their sides and other items, and some desserts, and some of the cocktails. Had a lemon drop cocktail and another one that's their signature one from Petite V, and their Somali egg Grace was there, super sweet. She was pouring stuff for us to try. So it was a wonderful afternoon. So if you happen to be out in that area or know somebody out in the west suburbs who's looking for catering for a special occasion or a wedding or party, or definitely keep them in mind. It's Bistro Prime in Hinsdale at 112 South Washington Street, Petite V in Western Springs at 909 Burlington Avenue, and then Gaijin in the West Loop. And after that, so my friend Krista was with me, and after that we're like, okay, we're gonna walk. It's good to walk after you eat. So we're walking through downtown Hinsdale, and I spot a sign, Italian Imports. And I was like, oh, we gotta stop in there. So we go in, and I'm taking pictures and video of these gorgeous bread loaves and olive oils and all kinds of pastas and stuff that they've got in there. They have a case with all prepared Italian specialties, and oh my gosh, this gorgeous focaccia in the case. So we're looking at everything, and the lady behind the counter, she says, oh, you're taking photos of my store? And I said, oh, we do this food blog, and we just, start talking, and she's from Italy, and she was talking about all the products in there. I mean, she knows these families that supply these items from Italy, so I mean, she knows these families personally, and
Wow.
I mean, it was just such
What
a
was the
fun
name of
experience. It's called Altamura, which I guess is a city in Italy. So it's named after where she's from. And so then she says, I need to make you a pizza. So we had just like stuffed ourselves at this other event. And we're like, okay. So she made us the Primavera on her menu, which was like
veggie?
no, it was kind of like a margarita pizza. I mean, it was
yeah.
but it also had arugula and prosciutto. So very good. And she said like the crusts they have brought in from Italy, and they are frozen, and then they, for a short period, and then they take them out and make it. So it was a delicious pizza. And then she says, oh, you need to try the gelato. So we tried that. But she was the sweetest. It's not they just had a couple tables out on the patio. She made us pizza, we ate outside. But it was all kinds of people coming in for carry out stuff. And so great little Italian import store. I love stumbling across places like that. Maybe there was a wine store down the street that we went to. So just a lovely day, made foodie friends and had a great time. Okay, let's get to where we were today. You want to talk for a little bit?
Yes, so this place was called YOUYU you have to get it right for me.
It's the Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana in Gary.
Gary, okay. So we met there, and they have this noodle bar place. And so you look at the menu and you're like, okay, I don't know what I thought it was. But they have all different kinds of, they have Thai, they have Chinese, they have, there's just a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff. Vietnamese, yeah. And then they bring out a special little menu, and it's Indian. Indian, and I guess that's new for them.
Yeah, brand new. They just launched.
So we literally ordered everything there's like 4 entrees and a dessert. We ordered everything
on the new Indian menu
because we wanted to try it all, and it was so fun and it was so delicious. So they had samosas, and they were so good. They were served with tamarind chutney and mint chutney. Now, I just have had tamarind chutney before. Usually it's a little too spicy for me. They said they make it themselves there, and it was not too spicy.
And they do kind of tame some of it down a little bit for the American palate. So it's not
so you can always
too
make
much.
something spicier, right? But man, it was just so delicious. So starting off with samosas, you couldn't go wrong there. Then we had the chicken tikka, which was like skewers, and it just it was a nice flavor with it.
Moist.
And it was I don't know, it felt like it might have had like a slight breading or something, but real. Maybe it was just a seasoning, but it was really delicious. It wasn't breaded, but it just had some good seasoning.
Just a nice little coating somehow.
There you go.
Seasonings,
And that had the mint chutney with it too, which was a little spicy, but it was a good combo. So that was delicious. I felt like it got better and better. Then we had the paneer. It's called paneer makhani. And I remember that the paneer is cheese. So you get the dish, and it's kind of a gravy-ish thing, and with a bunch of little cubes in it. And if you don't really know what you're ordering, then
I assumed it was tofu when they put it in front of us.
I said, no, paneer, that's the Indian cheese. And it's like they're like the little squares, the way they make it, and then they just cut it up. They said it was like cottage cheese, but we
talked to the chef after, and he
but
described it like cottage cheese, but it didn't really have the consistency.
No,
of cottage cheese.
I think it was like maybe made similar, but I don't know. But I've heard how they make it, and they do like a cheesecloth and let all the liquid drain off, and then they just cut it square, so it's like a soft cheese.
So good.
And it would just melt in your mouth.
And
just
the
like
sauce,
so silky.
They brought out homemade naan that was warm.
That you dip in the gravy, and it was really good. But it got better.
Yeah.
Because then we had buttered chicken, and that was just amazing.
I love it. I've had that.
And I really couldn't believe that it was even better. Like I was like, everything was so good. And then we did get the dessert that was on the Indian menu too. So this is what it says: soft spongy cheese. It's called ras malai, soft spongy cheese, sweet cardamom milk, roasted pistachio, saffron oil. So it's so interesting, right? And it was delicious. It was like these 2 little balls.
Very simple though, but it was
very simple. These 2 little balls in there that, if you didn't realize you were eating cheese, I don't know that you would realize that was cheese, right? It just had this. It was real soft and in the really sweet evaporated milk with the spices and stuff. Yeah, it was really good.
Kind of in a way reminded me a little bit of like a fresh mozzarella.
Yeah.
But not the flavor. I mean,
right.
I don't know. It was.
Right, not the flavor. And maybe like
so
a real fine curd like ricotta, but even more fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't taste like it was just like this melty, soft with that evaporated milk. It was delicious. So interesting. I'm so glad that we tried everything on that menu.
Yeah, so that's the new Indian menu at YOUYU.
YOUYU. Which, what a great place, right? In the Northwest Indiana, in this casino. It was just
and it's just such a cool representation of like the whole Asian continent.
Yes.
Because they added the Indian menu. They've got the Thai, the Vietnamese, the Chinese. The chef is from Hong Kong, and then we also talked to the host, and he's from India.
Yeah.
So I mean, the people that are working there.
Yeah, and he spoke Chinese. He was he was really he knew his stuff, man.
Yeah.
Delicious. But we did try a few things on the other menu. We did the spring roll, which was a shrimp, and that was really, really good with a homemade sweet chili sauce. That was
I love
delicious.
spring rolls. They also have summer rolls.
I know. I wanted to try that one too, but there's only so much room in the stomach.
I know. We had to make a trip back because we all. As soon as we were done, we were like, I missed this. I want that. Oh, we have to try this too.
The one I missed was gailan. It's Chinese broccoli and oyster sauce. If you've never had it, it's the longer greens that are on I don't know. It looks like a leafy green. It's Chinese broccoli, so it's more bitter. But it's in this oyster sauce. I don't know what it is about it. It's so
oyster sauce is
like the brown sauce that
so
you would
good,
get.
And it's so our sister Jenny has had a number of foreign exchange students over the years, and one of them was from Vietnam, and she ended up staying in the country. She's still here, and she
went to college.
She was here, came when she was in high school, stayed, went to college, and went back to graduate school, and she's still she's such a sweetheart. But I remember how she would once in a while would make like stir-fried dishes for us, and it was so good. And that's how the oyster sauce, or like fish sauce, like putting that in, I was like, that's
like
what
a revelation.
I'm like, I never knew that went in stir-fry. I'm like that, but it makes such a difference if you never cooked with.
And I love like the homemade style too, because like if you get fried rice in a restaurant, it's like either beef, chicken, maybe shrimp or whatever, right? Or pork or whatever. But like in Jenny's foreign exchange students, they put anything in there. Lunch meat, hot dog, right? Your leftover pork chop. That's like what it is in their countries. It's whatever is left over you throw in there, and then whatever vegetables, pineapple, like anything. But we think of it as a very specific thing. But I love that it can be just anything,
Yeah, I mean, because it's really, the fried rice, you use the day-old rice.
Yes.
And then you just add the soy sauce, or I guess fish sauce, right? And just whatever veggies.
Yeah, add an egg in there or whatever. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so what else did we try?
All of us sisters love Asian cuisine.
Oh yes, I could eat Asian food for the rest of my life and be happy. We tried this satay beef. Everything was so good.
I had sauteed chicken.
Might have been my very favorite thing. I asked the chef what kind of cut of beef was it, and it was a flank steak, which I thought it was, but it was so tender.
It was,
It was onion, like green onion, and it says diced onion scallion, so it had the green part and also white onion, and this really flavorful deep brown like gravy sauce on it. Oh, it was delicious.
It was, and the onions in there, and it was.
And then we had the shrimp pad thai, which great.
That was an amazing example of
good Thai food.
Because that's kind of the standard. People who aren't familiar with Thai food or are trying it for the first time, it's usually like what's your go-to.
Yes, and that is why we tried it, because we were like, if if they did that good, then you can recommend that to people. So I can recommend that. It was so delicious.
I love the pad. And if you haven't had pad Thai before, is it rice noodles they use?
I think it's thin rice noodles. Yep, and kind of a sweet-ish kind of a sauce.
Yeah,
it has
chili.
Some bean sprouts on top. It has crushed peanuts.
And it had shrimp in it.
This one had shrimp in it.
I love the crushed peanuts on top.
It has a lot of egg in it, and probably a little bit of veggie, maybe some onion, different things. Just a really delicious.
It was.
Filling,
if you like pad Thai,
good
that's a great place to go. Because there's, Northwest Indiana, there's a few, Thai and Indian places, but not a lot. And you kind of have to, go a bit to find them.
Right. And
this has like so many.
Yeah, it's
in
hard
one
for me to
place.
find good chai, so I'm happy to
Yeah,
go there
you're in the
anytime.
west suburbs, yeah.
All right, I feel like there was one other thing. Oh, we tried the lemongrass pork chop, you know?
Mhm.
So that was like two full pork chops,
Yeah.
bone, right?
Uh-huh.
Bone in. And so seasoned well. And then it had like this, I guess the sauce was the lemongrass sauce.
Mhm.
I don't know what else was in there, but it was delicious. It was like
Yeah,
kind of like
I love anything
white
lemongrass.
wine, or I don't know. It seemed like a real,
What is it?
or maybe it was
say on here?
maybe it was a
What
rice
else?
one. Yeah, let's look. No, it doesn't.
We're
give
looking at
any-
the menu here.
No,
as
it
we're
doesn't say.
talking.
I feel like it was like a rice wine, lemongrass, something with some scallions in there, and he kind of poured it on. So that was good too.
Okay.
So I would highly recommend it. It was delicious. If I go back, here's what I'm getting. I'm gonna get that Vietnamese salmon roll. We kind of wanted the crab rangoon, but we're trying to try different stuff. But I will get
Yeah.
that. The Chinese broccoli. Oh, then they told us that there is this drink that is fresh coconut. It is literally a coconut. They bring out to your table. And they do it right in front of you.
I missed that.
How did they not tell us this is our specialty? I wanted to do
Yeah,
that.
that's like, it
So we
sounds
would
like
do
it'd be a
that.
nice show along with your
Yes.
meal. So, but I got, what did I get? I got the lychee.
Oh yeah.
drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Thai iced tea. It came in a can, which was different,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but delicious, delicious. So I had that. You had the lychee, which kind of had some
Lychee
pulp in it, so that was a little interesting.
Yeah, but I like that it's a little sweetness, but it's not over the top. It's
Mhm.
not super
Yeah.
sweet. It's just very refreshing.
Yeah, and they said they have Vietnamese coffee that they said is very popular when they
Mhm.
open. So they're open
Mhm.
like 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. because it's in the casino, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's this kind of odd hours thing. But it's kind of nice because, gosh, if you were hungry for Thai food, you could go there at midnight.
I know.
Feel like you're in college again.
Yeah, or even, I mean, and they have a carryout counter, so,
Right.
I mean, it's literally right on I-94, or
Right.
8094 through there.
So
I mean,
we're-
you go on the exit, it just curves around into the parking lot. So if you are at any point in time
Right.
driving along that stretch of
Yeah.
80,
Go pick
just
yourself
call
up
it in
some
and yeah, just go in there and pick it up.
I mean, we're at your house like on a Sunday and everything's closed and it's late and we're hungry.
Yeah,
Let's go there.
yeah, go there at 1 a.m.
That's
Get
right.
your noodle fix.
That's right.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah,
many
or
other
just anything.
things.
There's more than just noodles. It's so much stuff on this
Yeah,
menu.
what else?
There's a whole soup thing here. They've got a
Mhm.
pho.
Yeah, noodle soups.
A Vietnamese pho soup with tripe in it, so you know it's like pretty original.
Right.
or what am I
And
trying
they
to
have
say?
some chicken wings.
Very authentic.
With
Yes, they said that
sweet
was
chili sauce
popular.
or honey peppers.
Oh, what was the other one they said was really popular? So it was this black pepper.
Oh, down here, the Taiwanese salt and pepper pork chop.
Yep, and was it this one that they said was good? The Thai Penang curry shrimp and the
Mhm.
pork chop. That those were really popular. I mean, they have a beef stew. They have roast duck. I mean, they have a
Mhm.
roast duck noodle
Yeah,
soup. That
white-
sounds so good.
The whitefish, steamed whitefish.
Okay, we could talk about this all day, but man, so
Yeah.
delicious. Roast duck noodle soup. I'm gonna try that too. I think we're gonna have to go back
And they
5
have
times.
sake, and they have some, looks like some nice cocktails. And,
Mhm.
oh, and we did end with with the
Oh,
dessert,
yes.
which is a chocolate and pistachio ice cream with an almond cookie.
So I was thinking it was like together, but so it was like 1 scoop of chocolate, and then it had like this crispy, we couldn't quite figure out what it was. It probably wasn't like Rice Krispies, but it was some kind of
It tasted almost like, like the crispy cereal, or like
Yeah.
you would get in a Nestle Crunch bar.
right,
But very chocolatey, like dark chocolate
Yeah.
kind of.
and like very crunchy like that. So that
Mhm.
was delicious. And then a separate scoop of pistachio ice cream. And then on either side, a fresh baked almond cookie, which I said normally you don't get a fresh baked almond cookie. They're not normally fresh. And they were so good. They were like this
Mhm.
nice cakey soft. Oh,
They
those
were,
are that
and
flavor.
Yeah.
So man, I'm all for fresh almond cookies. I don't think I've ever had a fresh almond
Yeah,
cookie
not
like
that fresh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so that's YOUYU. YOUYU.
YOUYU,
YOUYU
In
and the Hard Rock
Hard Rock.
Casino in Gary.
right off the expressway, so like
So
you don't even have to go far.
Yeah, so that was lunch today. What else have you been eating that's good?
Ooh, what a good question. Gosh, I wasn't prepared. We went over to Piccolo Buco
Oh,
in Oak
yes.
and it's a by Cooper's Hawk restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they sold us on getting one of their pizzas because they said that's like what they're kind of like famous for. And they were also
Yeah.
like your place was saying your Italian import that it was all from Italy. They were telling us, oh, these ingredients are from Italy and all this stuff.
I was actually at an opening event, like a preview before they opened for the public. And it's kind of a spin-off from Cooper's Hawk.
Right.
And they started because Tim McGettery, the CEO and founder of Cooper's Hawk, and he and his wife were in Italy on a trip, and they just kind of went into this little pizzeria. They loved the pizza so much, and he got to know the chef and asked him to come open a place for him in the U.S. with his pizzas. And so they kind of formed this partnership, and the chef came over from Italy, and so it's like his recipes, and like I know they have a yellow tomato sauce that they import from Italy that is delicious.
Is that on the pizzas?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't try that, but now I have to go back and try that.
Yeah.
But the pizza we had was pepperoni with truffle honey drizzled on it. So they come out and they bring you, it's all puffed up on the edges and charred and everything, so they did a wood fire oven. And they cut it with scissors, that's what you're saying. It's so funny.
They bring scissors out.
They bring scissors out, they cut it, your slices that way. So it's the Neapolitan style, the floppy type. But yeah, each little crisp little pepperoni with this hint of like honey.
And like the edges, I mean, it's just these big charred bubbles.
Yes, bubbles, yes. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I don't even remember what else I ate there because we were so focused on the pizza.
So we did that, and then we had a salad, which was their like chopped salad, which was tremendous, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but because that was enough food. But I need to go back and try some of these other stuff on the menu.
And another cool thing is because it's a Cooper Hawk, like sister restaurant. They also do, if you're in the Cooper's Hawk Wine Club, you can pick up bottles there, and they serve the Cooper's Hawk
and
wines.
They serve all the Cooper's Hawk stuff there. So we were able to get the almond bubbly, whatever that's called, Prosecco from Cooper's Hawk is delicious. Like it's hard to find a good almond one, you know. So they have that there. So
it's an almond Prosecco, you said?
I think so. I think that's what it is. It's an almond bubbly something, yes. And it's made by Cooper's Hawk. And you don't see them very often, and when you do see them, they're not good, not like this. It's so good, crisp, light, delicious.
I was so excited because I've been kind of working with Cooper's Hawk for years and covering a lot of their openings, and was it last year? They finally opened one in Northwest Indiana. Other than, they've had Merrillville, the one at the mall, but that's been there a long, long time, but they finally opened another one in Cherville, so.
Nice.
So I went to the opening for that one, and
great.
Nice to have that one, another one in Northwest Indiana. That one's like on Route 41 there, like by Whole Foods in that area. And and I love that they, I was just writing about Cooper's Hawk for another project about seasonal menus. And I thought of them and included them because they always have such a good seasonal menu.
Yes.
One of their things coming back was I haven't tried it, but gosh, the pictures look so good. It was a short rib, grilled cheese with tomato bisque, and it's like, you know, just a delicious comfort food combo of the grilled cheese and the tomato soup. God, I'm getting so hungry.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
We're making ourselves hungry.
I'm trying to think, what's my favorite fish that I got? They have barramundi.
Yes,
you don't see that on very many menus, and that's an Australian sea bass, I believe.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah, I was gonna say my favorite fish, I haven't had it in a while, was from Wildfire, which we talked about on the other podcast, I think. They had a macadamia nut crusted halibut. It's tremendous with like a lemon butter sauce. So can't go wrong there, you know.
Oh my gosh. Good. Okay, all right. We need to stop because I'm getting way too hungry, and we've been rambling for a long time about food. But I'm so glad that you got to come into the studio and we got to record together. Yeah, you need to come back so we can talk about food some more.
I'd be happy to.
All right. Well, thank you so much to my guest, my sister, Becky Clark, for coming here today. We started our food blog in 2011, Chicago Foodie Sisters. You can find it at chicagofoodiesisters.com. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, so find us online, and love for you to take a peek and let us know what you've been eating or give us any suggestions on where we need to go. So thanks for being here. Thanks so much, Becky. All right, well, everybody have a delicious day. We'll see you next time. All right.
Bye, you two.
Bye. We gotta go eat now, don't we?
Yes. Yum.